Just introduce you now to Matthew Joyner.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming for the Wantfa Day today. I'm going to be introducing you to the Case IH Patriot 4430 with Aim Command Flex. The 4430 builds on the legacy of the 4260 released in 1999 by Case IH. It provides machine efficiency, operator comfort, reliability and resale value. We'll start at the front with the Case IH Surveyor cab, common on Steiger, quad tracks. This one-piece curved single windscreen gives excellent visibility out of the front machine down the sloping bonnet. The sloping bonnet also incorporates a 550-litre fuel tank. The cab has 8.4 square metres of glass surface, giving excellent all-round visibility, especially out the rear on the boom. The cab space is increased from 113 cubic feet to 132 cubic feet, allowing you to really stretch your legs on long spray days. It's twinned with the Optima Air Ride seat with 7 adjustable functions, including heating and cooling. You can see on the machine that the static weights, the cab, the fuel tank and the engine are mounted over the front and rear axles, giving the machine a 50-50 weight split. The dynamic weight in our machine, the fluid tank, is situated in the middle of the machine, so as the weight decreases, stability is maintained. The superior weight distribution and all-round sharing of weight across the wheels allows the machine to produce less compaction, less rutting in wet conditions, gets you onto the fields sooner, and makes your application of ergonomic chemicals more timely. The machine has an 8.7 litre Fiat Powertrain Tier 2 engine. It produces 325 horsepower, boosting to 356 in challenging field conditions. You can see from the top here, we have a unique double clamshell opening, giving excellent access to the engine, the air filters, and the purposes of servicing. The machine comes standard with AccuBoom, our section control system from Case IH. The rate control is delivered using the Case IH Pro 700 color display, giving intuitive application control, feedback on hectares, feedback on field sizes, and also gives updates on obstacles in fields. The machine comes standard with auto fold. You'll see it demonstrated in a minute. Auto fold will lift the boom out the cradles at the touch of a button and replace it in approximately 30 seconds. The boom goes from the cradle to the working height. The working height is a saved height, so that it takes all the confusion out of folding and unfolding and repositioning the nozzle the desired height from the target. The drive, the hydrostatic drive in the machine, is delivered using a parallel cross-flow system. The 4 hard-working heavy-duty wheel motors get their power from variable displacement pumps on the back of the machine. Note, you sit at the front, pumps sit at the back, engine sits at the back, you sit at the front. The coil spring suspension, which you can see on the underside, delivers 11 inches of vertical travel. The trailing arm suspension system works similar to your elbow. It retracts behind you. The vertical and lateral forces that are dispensed into the coil springs allow the machine, the dirt rises, the wheel rises, the suspension system theoretically goes upwards, up goes the operator, up goes the boom, up goes the nozzle, underspray. The coil spring suspensions also come standard from factory with active suspension. The front springs encase a hydraulic cylinder, which at the point of acceleration, as the machine naturally sits down in the arse, those rams will suck the front of the machine down, holding the machine level. When you anchor it up at the end of the run, no matter how hard or how emergency that anchoring is, it will pump up those springs. The trailing link arm suspension dissipates all vertical and lateral forces, improving broom ride, improving operator comfort, meaning the operator can spray for longer and has less fatigue. The machine comes with Aim Command Flex S. You can see on the boom solenoids, nozzle control valves, which are equipped with an LED system which gives you a colour and a frequency code, so you'll know what the status of the nozzles is. The machine comes steer ready with Case IH AccuGuide. The auto steer system is controlled through the Pro 7 colour display, and with RTK corrections you're minimising costly oversprays and you're minimising input costs. All the componentry on the Patriot, including the Aim Command Pro Flex S, goes towards reducing the cost of your ownership. You do a better job more of the time. The Patriot runs its rate using a hydromotor driven pump on the underside of the chassis. One of the differences between a flow-based system and pressure-based systems is your speed range. As you accelerate out of your headlands, to all intents and purposes, you are underdosing as your regs wind up. With a hydraulically controlled pump, the speed of the pulse width modulation to control the RPM of the pump will get you to the correct fan pattern, the correct droplet size, giving you a better spread of application and a better droplet size through the entire course of your run. As you reach the end of your runs into your headlands and you're anchoring the machine up, you may be overdosing. The application maps produced inside the display give nice even colours. They show an application rate that's been well managed by the pump. Between the pump and the solenoid, rate and pressure are not connected. You can sit in the machine today and watch 50 litres a hectare become 60 litres a hectare at a minor RPM increase at the pump. But what doesn't happen is a pressure change. Pressure, rate, both user-defined parameters. Speed, user-defined parameter. Nozzle choice, droplet size, user-defined parameter. As Bill stated, you've got to make the right choices to get the right results. Aim Command Flex S delivers 4 primary features. 1, 72 sections. Every single nozzle is a section. It gives pressure at the tip. The fan pattern is almost instantaneous as the solenoid opens. Second feature, turn compensation. It's a very popular topic. The key feature that I would like to represent in turn compensation is the one that nobody discussed yet. Everybody's very interested about their field margins and about their fast wingtips, but no one's very interested in mentioning the slow wingtip. The slow wingtip can be standing still. It can be going backwards. And whether or not we're using a small nozzle to get fine droplets or a large nozzle to give good speed ranges, that tip is still standing still. And you don't have to drive very far and you'll be able to find power poles, rock heaps, trees with scald marks around them, because thankfully everybody's been putting fertilizer on. Now, the solenoid will just reduce the pulse width modulation until it's pretty much turned off. User-defined parameter, would we like to retain a 10% duty cycle at the solenoid, or would we happily lose it altogether? The slower tip is just as important as the faster tip. Turn compensation exists primarily because as you're in a state of turn, on a contour or in a turn, the only part of the machine which is actually travelling in a straight line and producing the correct rate is the centre of the machine. The outer tips can be going 4 times as fast, and as I say, inner tips can be standing still. Third feature, individual nozzle. The nozzles all come with diagnostics. You put blocked head monitors on a seeder, why wouldn't you put nozzle blocked head monitors on a sprayer? It's much better to be aware and to get out and repair than it is to sit in your comfortable cab and just live in a joyous ignorance. The diagnostics will inform you blocked nozzles, nozzles that are shorted. Either way, it's up there on the screen for you to see and for you to maintain the machine. The final functionality delivered from Aim Command Flex S is nozzle offsets. As we travel on our anti-clockwise trip round our field, and weed burden is greatest on our outer edges. We can increase the flow to the tips on the outer rings. In dusty and dry conditions, we can increase the rate to the hard to treat locations behind the wheels. We'll take our 70 litres a hectare and we'll give it to the areas of the boom that most require it. The wheel track on the Patriot can be converted from 3 metre standard controlled traffic to a 4 metres and 5 centimetres. This can be done on the go. We support 2 tyre packages, this and a skinny row crop tyre, ideal for infield work with canola. The high capacity of the boom spray allows batching from the front, from batch tanks, and I think I'm done. Oh, one more, my favourite. Every boom's got a breakaway. It's 3 metres. There you go. So if you're going to hit the fence, good on you. But if you hit the boom anywhere that's not that big, what's going to happen? You're going to do massive damage to the 3-dimensional trusses. You're going to damage the pins on the Paralink. Even worse, you'll twist your chassis. KSIH Patriot 4430 comes with a relief in the rear ram at 1500 psi. The whole boom breaks 30 degrees. I've seen it on several occasions, and you can feel the wallet go back in your pocket, as opposed to the damaged mid-stations on the boom ripping things to bits. The whole boom flexes 30 degrees. It's a wonderful feature. All of the yaw and roll and pitch in the machine are being dealt with using genuine engineering solutions. Accumulators, hydraulic compression, springs. The machine comes with an auto height function from Raven, which I'm quite happy to turn off. Auto height should be a luxury, not a necessity. I'm quite happy to drive the machine in a love it because you're going to kill it way, because without auto height, the boom's pretty stable. It's a lovely thing to watch. The auto height delivers one key feature: that nozzle is the right height from the crop. And that's really why we're here to spray, isn't it? Keep the nozzle the right height from the crop all day, every day. Within the AccuBoom node on the back, there's Bluetooth technology embedded. It's standard, it's in there. You can get a free app out the App Store, which allows you to stand behind the machine, start the pump, run the sections. You can check in every individual nozzle, and you can check the full section motors from the sections. It gives you one-man diagnostic and care out the back of the machine. Other than that, though, no, that's it. Any questions? Thank you very much. Well done. Thanks, guys.
Actually, though, the fast track is pulling the back into London. Oh, yeah.